we wanted to invite Dr. Eddie Meany here to talk to you a little bit about one of the newest programs that we have in political science and international affairs. So Dr. Eddie Meany recently joined the faculty of political science and international affairs, and he is the coordinator for the strategic and security studies major here at UNG. So I was wondering, Dr. Meany, could you talk to us a little bit about the strategic and security studies major, what type of courses are in it, and what type of expertise it covers?
Sure. So we're very proud about this bachelor's program since it's the only multidisciplinary bachelor's program at the University of North Georgia. We have 5 concentrations in this program, one being cybersecurity, international affairs, history, military science, languages, and we are busy developing a 6th concentration in intelligence. We are very hopeful that liberal arts can offer students an opportunity to acquire education that will position them for jobs in the federal government, at think tanks, for them to go on for their graduate studies, and prepare them for a career in intelligence services, Department of Defense, any of the 3-letter agencies, as well as the State Department, multinational corporations, where there could be an opportunity for them to do geopolitical risk analysis. And so very excited about this. We have a number of cadets in our program, but it's open to the civilians as well. So it's grown substantially. We've just completed our 4th semester, and it's grown exponentially from 8 to 16 to 23, 36, and we had 54 students in our program this last semester.
Great. So if you're a civilian student, or we'll say a non-cadet, who wants a career in strategic and security studies, what types of careers might you have if you don't come from the military side?
So certainly State Department, and even as a civilian in the Defense Department, as civilian in National Security Agency, geospatial analysis as well, where there's an intelligence component. As I mentioned, multi-corporations, national corporations like a GE, Microsoft, the defense industries like Lockheed Martin, for instance, would be a great opportunity as well, including the big one here in our backyard, the Coca-Cola Company. They have operations throughout the world, especially in third world countries where there's a potential for civil strife or civil unrest. They need an early warning system in order to manage the risks that the company would be exposed to as it may impact their supply chain management.
One of the big sub-areas of political science and international affairs is something called political risk assessment. And that's in demand by companies, governments, etc., because as we become a more globalized world, we have to analyze the political risk of the situation where we're in. And students that have a background in international affairs as well as strategic and security studies are pretty well prepared for that risk. So what type of courses are in the shared core in the security studies major that all security studies students take?
Right, so we have 3 history courses, 2 political science, and 1 geography, which all students have to take. And so, this would be a requirement for them all. It gives them a good flavor for what they can expect in those concentrations. Right now, it being a new program, and obviously it's a work in progress as well, we'll be able to tweak that as we move along and mature this program.
So once again, we're talking to Dr. Eddie Meany, who's the coordinator of Strategic and Security Studies in the Department of Political Science and International Affairs. So I just have a few more questions for you before you go. A couple other questions that I have for you is, you've mentioned that there are these subfields, right, in security studies that we have: intelligence, languages, as well as international affairs and history. So what languages are possible as one of those concentrations?
Well, certainly Chinese is a big one. China, as we all know, is the major competitor to the United States on a variety of different fronts. Korean, Japanese, Farsi, Arabic, desired language skill that we require, and for obvious reasons, for what's going on in the Middle East. So those and Russian, of course, as well. It kind of declined in importance since the end of the Cold War. But as we all know, what's going on, what we pick up in the news, Russia is again raising its head on a number of fronts, and so the interest in learning Russian has picked up substantially.
So one of the concentrations as well is cybersecurity. And so can you kind of explain a little bit about how your program falls into our other efforts in cybersecurity and how we really are envisioning cybersecurity here at UNT?
Yep, certainly. So we can harness all the everything that's happening within the cybersecurity program under the directorship of Dr. Bryson Payne. And this being a concentration within our degree program, it dovetails very nicely with what they're doing. So we have those skills available to our students who register this as their major, the strategic and security studies, but have an interest and an aptitude for mathematics and an interest in cybersecurity, in the cybersecurity field. There are many vacancies today in the United States that simply cannot be filled because the supply is not there. So we are hopeful to be able to fill the pipeline with suitably qualified students that can meet that demand or help meet the demand. That cyber combined with the strategic language places our students in a very unique position and really can walk right into a well-paying job the day that they graduate out of this program.
Okay. One other question. Your degree also has the ability for students to intern abroad or study abroad. So in your program, it's an either or. So what are some of the places that students in your program are choosing to study abroad or intern, and what kind of opportunities are available for them?
Yes. So as an institution, we have a number of academic exchange programs with institutions throughout Europe, in the Far East, and we are even in Southern Africa. We are working on a couple in South America, so we cover all the geographical areas, main geographical areas on the planet, and these would be opportunities at civilian universities as well as defense universities. So for those who are in the Corps of Cadets, this is a very good opportunity for an exchange to take place from one military environment to another in the case of the Corps of Cadets. For our civilians, we are anticipating internships at, for instance, NATO, which would be open for cadets as well as for civilians, and any international organization under the umbrella of the United Nations would be an ideal opportunity for them to complete an international internship as well, including multinational corporations, as mentioned earlier.
Okay, great. So once again, this is Dr. Eddie Meany, and he is with our Strategic and Security Studies program. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to email us at the General Political Science and International Affairs email address. You can always check out our blog and a variety of things that we have going on Facebook. But if you have any questions at all, we'll be glad to take those questions, and we can forward them to Eddie Meany as we get them. So thank you so much.
Thank
you
you
for stopping by.
Sure.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.